Little Rockers Radio here and the Rocking Motherhood Show, and I'm back talking to Natalie from WONDERWOMAN Children First Aid.
Hey everyone!
For our bite-sized pieces of first aid, which are not so bite-sized.
No, we will make them bite-sized.
Yes.
That's our attempt today.
Yes, absolutely. Today we're talking about poisons, which is a massive topic, and it's one that I actually had never really thought about until I found out my daughter, we've spoken about this before, but until I found out my daughter in a day had pretty much a whole bottle of the multivitamins for kids.
Yes.
And I found myself on the poisons information line.
Yes.
Wondering what on earth I do. So I wanted to talk to you today about poisons.
Absolutely. I think the first thing that you want to know is don't listen to anyone else, okay? Every single poison has a different way of treating it. And calling Poisons Info line, which is 131126, is your first point of call with everything. Obviously, dependent on the different types of poisons. So, for example, was the inhalation of bleach or something that may have affected the airway, you always want to make sure that their airways are clear and that they're breathing properly first and foremost, okay? Then make sure you call 131126 and they will ask you what chemical it was. So their advice is, for example, if you found your child, and it's really common, if you found your child eating some shampoo in the shower and you're really worried about it, and it definitely happens, to take that shampoo bottle with you. They'll ask you what are the ingredients, and from then on they'll tell you what the normal response would be, what you need to do, whether you need to further on seeking help elsewhere. So they are the experts, and the fact that we can call them is absolutely sensational. So doctors will call them, your ED nurses will call them, your ED doctors will call them before they're allowed to make any sort of treatment plan as well. So there's no such thing as vomit it up, as you'll hear, or drink some milk, or there's not one blanket treatment, because according to what poison is what you're going to actually do for them.
Yes, yeah. And I think, and as you always say, that the prevention is, or education is the big side of it. And we do forget, like we had the multivitamins, we called them medicine lollies. Like how silly is that? That's what we did. Yeah. And so she didn't actually, have that connection that they were something that you should only take once a day, even though we'd said it a million times. Yeah. But those sorts of things that you have lying around the house, or you don't necessarily think to put up high as the kids are getting older. So when it comes to prevention, you can never do too much, because children will learn through taste. So everything they find, they're going to pop in their mouth, and that's a natural form of development for them. So we want it locked away, but that's not enough. We want it locked away, and we want it up high as well. Yes. So we need to cover those two things. When it comes, you really got to expand your idea of what is a poison. Okay, so we all know bleach is a poison. The dishwashing tablet, if you leave the dishwashing door open, is a poison. But Panadol is a poison as well, and plant fertilizers can be poison as well. So there's lots of other things. So you really want to sit there and make a nice little list of what are the poisons in my house, and are they accessible? Okay, it's pretty fortunate, and some of the poisons we have in the house aren't too terribly dangerous. And there's usually a good treatment plan about it when you call Poisons Information Line, but you want to prevent it in the first place. Let me tell you, Panadol is really common for poisoning, and it's such a common drug that we think is so safe. Having large amounts of Panadol it's deadly, and that's just something I want to bring to your awareness because of the nice little packaging. We all tend to just think it's a really safe drug, leave it on the bottom of the fridge cabinet. Yeah. It's a dangerous drug, and a lot of the overdoses we get is being sleep deprived and going 0.5 mil or 5 mil, and then giving some Panadol overnight. So it's things like that to be a little bit more aware of. Yeah, absolutely. So the Poisons Information number again? Yes, 131126. So it's like Pizza Hut, but a little bit different. Yeah, 131126. Yeah, absolutely. No, don't. Okay, that's good. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you guys. Thanks. Bye.